What's up, dudes and dudettes of the internet? My name's Scythe, and we are in the wilderness of Canada. Oh no. Just kidding. The wilderness is pretty much everywhere in Canada. It's all fields. Like, look, there's a bird right there. You probably can't even see him, can you? You'll have to excuse if my voice is like breaking and stuff like that. It's like 6 in the morning. I got up maybe a couple hours ago. Anyways, who cares? Let's talk about some relevant stuff. So first and foremost, that last video that I put out talking about No Man's Sky being delayed, a lot of you ended up leaving your feedback and comments saying, dude, it ended up getting delayed like a couple of days ago. How come you didn't know about that? I did know that it was delayed, folks. It's just that I didn't really take it upon myself to announce it, and I guess I didn't really consider the fact that my job kind of entails that I need to be very on the ball with stuff like that. I'm gonna try a little bit harder in the future so that I can actually have those videos out talking about relevant stuff going on a little bit more at an accurate time. Because one of the biggest advantages of my channel that I do take advantage of is the fact that so many of you are willing to come to me with new information, and because of that I'm very on the ball with what's actually going on, what's all hip and everything like that, right? The biggest reason I was putting that video out was to let you all know that the game was going to take a little while before it showed up on the channel. That's pretty much it. And then outside of that, got quite a few different types of videos coming out this week. I've got a Creativerse video coming out, I got a bunch of Trove mod videos coming out this week, and some of them probably next week, just because I don't want to swamp you all with Trove mods and Trove mods only. And then I think that's today, maybe even earlier. I'm recording this video at like 6 in the morning, but that doesn't mean that it's gonna necessarily be up that quickly. But yeah, needless to say that I have a special Diablo video coming out that's kind of talking about like breaking the fourth wall, talking about like how I kind of approach single player games as a Let's Player. Also mostly focusing on instructing all of you what adventure mode is, what the seasons are, and a little bit about the Crusader as well. And then besides that, folks, the Trove patch coming out this week pretty much just adds a bunch of styles. I'll talk about it a bit more in detail in that video, but I'm kind of under the impression that the devs are holding off on patch content so that they can do what they did with Mantle of Power, where they put all of their patches together into one big update, and then they slap on the name that it's an expansion, put on a price tag for early access, and there you go, they just made a whole bunch of money. While this had me a little bit jaded, and a lot of people in our community and even in my tighter community that I talk with regularly, you know, everyone was kind of jaded about the fact that the devs don't really seem like they care lately. I'm kind of letting that go and just coming back to why I play Trove in the first place, and that's, you know, first and foremost, the gameplay is still very tight, but most of all, it's because of all of you. So remember, just because you don't see me online in Trove does not mean that I'm not on. And then what else can you expect? Well, No Man's Sky should be coming out this Friday on the 12th. For people that are on the other side of the world, it's probably a different date. But either way, depending on when I wake up that day, like if I wake up early enough and I see No Man's Sky is on my computer and I'm playing at like 4 in the morning, then I'll definitely rush as much as I can to get the first episode of No Man's Sky out that day. But if it's something like I wake up at 5 or something, or I find out that the game isn't available until like later in the day, then I'm not gonna kill myself just to get out like a video on time. I would rather take my time to make a video that's of quality that'll just come out the next day. Now, I'll give you a little bit of a backstory about No Man's Sky, more so in the series, but just to kind of put it into perspective, folks, because I know that a lot of you, like, especially most of you that are new to the channel, are just sitting there thinking, like, what is this No Man's Sky game? What's this guy talking about? Yeah, it's been in development for a very long time. Needless to say, I have been hyped about No Man's Sky since before Diablo 3 was released in 2012. So to me, it's a pretty big deal that No Man's Sky is actually out. I've been seeing so many people tweeting about it. There's already people out there with their first episodes of No Man's Sky, and I am avoiding it like the plague. I don't want any spoilers. And when I talk about spoilers, folks, because generally speaking that game doesn't really have anything that can be spoiled per se, I'm talking about gameplay spoilers, man. I want everything about the game and the Let's Play series to be completely 100% genuine, my first time playing it, and sharing that experience with all of you, even if you end up watching like another one of your favorite Let's Players play the game. A little bit further down the line, once I kind of get the hang of the basic game mechanics, I bet I'll be watching plenty of other Let's Players, because the thing that I love about that game is the fact that everybody's going to be starting on a new planet. So personally, I think that's a fantastic game for Let's Players, because it means that I'm not going to have have the exact same content as somebody else that started their series a little bit earlier than me. Anyways, folks, besides that hype, you can expect, I don't know about this week, maybe next week, I will have a second Hexxit video. I'm still on the fence as to whether or not I'm going to start a full series, but I am not really against having side videos that kind of come out the same as the first one, where I just kind of talk about, like, here's what ended up happening, here's what's been going on, and just kind of use it as, I guess, like a day in the life of Hexxit type of thing, you know? But the thing is, the reason that I don't want to start a series on it is because I don't know how long that's going to last. Lots of people that are on the server right now, yeah, we're all still having a really good time together and having fun, but it's getting very, very chaotic because more and more people are coming onto the server and breaking stuff. And after that first video I put out, everyone found out where I lived, so now everybody's like trashing the place. And then most of all, whether or not I'm still interested in it in a couple weeks. I mean, granted, I said I don't know if I'll start a series of Trove, and I mean, look at that. So I may end up starting a more serious series of Hexxit over time, but for right now, it's just going to be an off series where I'm not really trying to have it up at specific times or anything like that. It's just going to be more organic, I guess, where it's like, if I have something that's worth recording, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And that's pretty much it, folks, outside of the fact that every single one of you has been so positive with me lately. You know, like, the community that we've had has always been positive, but I just want to say thank you, because every one of you has just been so awesome lately. It really gets me genuinely, like, even more excited than I've ever been to be doing what I'm doing right now. So I've been really giving it my all to the videos lately, and I think that's starting to reflect in the community, and I just wanted to share how appreciated I am about that. Or how much I appreciate that? I guess that would be the proper way of putting it, right? Either way, folks, I don't want to accidentally get like a real life sign in the background that shows where I live, because it's happened before and I haven't uploaded those vlog videos because of it. So we're gonna call it here. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I gotta go back and get to work. Sayonara and stay epic.